Oops. Okay. I put this in the wrong place. Hold, please. Mm-mm-mm. I have to redo the whole thing. I accidentally put the wrong. I tuned in. I have a live set up for this. I'll have to go and change the title. Whatever. I'm such a dork sometimes. So this is for the neighborhood a-Tini. No, for the face a-Tini. For the people stuff. For the people stuffs. I do have a food. No, not a food. A neighborhood a-Tini for tonight. I missed last night's live. Oh my gosh. Um, I slept through it. I was exhausted yesterday. I think still from the day before. Sometimes else pushes things too far. I did not have 7 thrift stores in me in one afternoon. Okay, so we're gonna do this food a-Tini. I'm trying to figure out. Let me move these. That was just for the thumbnail. I put the extra pictures in. I don't know if they showed up or not. I thought it would be fun. Okay, so we're gonna move this down here so we have some to work on. What do we think will look good next to our little pug? So obviously I have all the pictures we just looked at. And we're trying to use a variety of, I think I'd like to use this one. First of all. Reminds me a little bit of kind of a boy band. I've got too much stuff at the top of this area here. So let's start with this one. And I think we're going to go ahead and ink edges. I don't think it takes that much time out of it, but we'll try to stick to mostly one color. Right now I'm really liking this blue color, so we'll use some of this. And I'll pick oh, this is a green color. Never mind. I have a blue color, like an aquamarine blue that I'm really liking. But just to cover up whatever white's left. Since we're doing this glue book style, which is with minimal torn edges and stuff. I did just refill my glue. And it's a little watery. I diluted it a little more than I intended to. That's okay. I'll just try and not squeeze as hard while I'm doing this part. Should be good for my thumb and my wrist, because I'll tell you what, those are almost always sore. But so I'm trying very hard to get caught up on some things, to make some things a regular habit. I have been pretty bad about that. I won't lie to you guys. I appreciate your patience as always. You are some of the most kind and amazing people I've ever met. So here's our neighborhood. I guess this is more the face, but these could be our neighborhood boy band. They're the future. I don't know if I'm scared of that or not. Let's see. What kind of colors do we want? Let's put that color and maybe a pink. What do you think? I think that's a hot pink. Let's use those. Okay, so now we're just going to start putting small pictures. Let's see what we can come up with. Okay, so I think that will be okay right there. We're only covering up a little bit of his hair. So let's go ahead and put that one down. And, this is just for fun. This is about, being happy, things that are interesting, or I want to do the little baby angel pink. Call me crazy. That's why the shark is in there and some other silly stuff, It's it was originally, the original idea was to make it like a happy teeny, just faces that smile and happy. But it could be about anything that makes you happy. Look, they're being all serious, and this guy's trying not to laugh. This guy, I think, has nailed it. He just like got the I don't give a fuck look. But I think the rest of them are really trying not to laugh. Our boy band has a girl in it. Okay. I think I need that little glue stick. Got a little bit of a loose edge right there. Let's fix that before we glue something else down. And I'm overlapping a little bit because I don't like everything to have, you know, same straight edges all perfectly lined up. It looks not fun, you know, where everything is exactly, you know what I'm talking about. Okay. So let's see what else we've got in small pictures or oddly oriented pictures. Like I haven't kept this. It's I cut off something that was on the other page, but his legs were left. So it's a guy in a kilt playing bagpipes. But I don't think there's anything wrong. We'll probably attach it to the top of a page like this, and then put in, you know, things like that. So and then you can put in, you know. So we'll be overlapping things quite a bit. But that's kind of what's going on. So I'm kind of looking for some smaller ones to fill this space. And there's another guy in a, in a kilt. Why shouldn't it have, you know, people in kilts and stuff? This is all, isn't that fun too, though? See? So not necessarily looking for whole faces or people or anything like that. This is an African lady with all of her beaded jewelry. And the face was off the page anyway, most of it. And I cut something off the other side. But that's what was left, and I liked it, so I'm keeping it. So this one, I think we're going to line it up here. So let's cut a little bit off. I have scissors all over the place right now. Like in the other room. Today, my main focus is getting this done. And, ooh, that's a barely there thing, huh? I cut it a little too much. But you know what? We're going to go with it. We're going to go with it. And we're going to ink it green. We're just going to be okay with it. Not everything is perfect. Later, when it's cut up into pages, we can ink the top. Something to cover up that it's a little bit raw. So, get the lid back on that glue stick before it gets weird and sticky and tacky, huh? I'm having a cup of tea. I'm having my my peppermint green tea in my Good Morning Sunshine mug. I hope that you are all having a good morning. This will air on Monday. So I hope you've had a good Monday. I'm trying to, you know, look at the days of the week differently. I know everybody dreads Monday, but I'm done with that bullshit. That's the thing that, you know, people who are never happy focus on. At least I think so. And it just has become a habit for a lot of people. There's nothing wrong with Monday. If you didn't use your weekend wisely, that's hardly Monday's fault. If you are so unhappy to go into work on Monday, maybe you're not doing the right kind of work for yourself. Look for a different job, maybe. It's hard to change jobs if you've got good benefits and stuff. But if it makes you dread going every day, why are you going? Okay, I think we're going to wind up with a bunch of pictures, unfortunately, kind of the same size. I need to see if I can grab some smaller ones from down here because I'm running out of things. Let's see. If we can find something sideways oriented. There's one that's some monks. Do we like that? Oh, I think that's excellent. Let's do that one. Okay, so I'm going to set this off to the side. And I know that there are some people that's kind of just their vibe. It's, every time you ask them something, they don't have anything good to say. And I have to be honest, I'm a little tired of it. I'm not playing along anymore. Yes, Mondays can be rough. Coming back to work after a couple days off, whether they were good, bad, or otherwise. But I worked with this guy when I worked at Target. And he was always happy and upbeat. And I asked him one time, was he, have you always been kind of one of those, Susie Sunshine people where he's always happy, always looking at the positives? He would say, today is a great day. And he really tried to motivate people towards getting out of a funky mood, That was one of his things that he was very good at. And he told me that no, he's actually struggled with depression for years, but he had decided at some point to project positivity, and it kind of worked. It was a fake it till you make it thing for him at the time, but he was one of the most interesting people I've ever met. He's a really young guy, and he did a lot for making the workplace a happier place, I have to say. I've got some smudges on here, which sometimes happens. You can usually take them off with a little water. But I have left my water bottle over on the bookcase, which I may step over and get it. And I've been various. I have problems with depression, as many of you know. But there are many conversations and, his overall look on life. I really did admire him. All right, there we go. So we're moving along with the face a-Tini. Let's see about working him in here. Or maybe I really kind of would like to use this girl. But we need like a tiny picture for right there. So let's see if we can find one in our stuff. We have many sizes of pictures. And some of them may ultimately turn out to be too big for this journal, but just trying to keep it light and fun. What about this? Here's the bunny. And I think these are from okay, hold on. Here's a sideways oriented one. I'm just pulling some things out real quick. There is some very fun stuff in here. Okay, so, woo! Oh dear. I think I threw one on. Oh, there it is. I threw one right down onto the floor. Okay, so we've got right here. I think these are from a magazine that had an article about Alice in Wonderland in it, or something. So I cut these apart. I think we want to use the rabbit. Maybe we'll. So he's not quite. So we're going to put him up to the top. And then we'll use her to kind of bridge the. Okay, so let's do that. Let's put this because it's okay if we cover up. I think I'm going to glue this down first and then glue the bagpiper over it and use the little angel girl to cover up the brown part. where you can still see the collage roll paper. Okay, so let's start right there. Oh, but we want it at the top. Sorry. Push it towards the top. I think I might be out of paper towels too. Let me have to run out real quick to the living room and get some paper towels. Okay, so we're going to cover up his hands a little bit. So there's that, and then we'll find something that fits down here. Okay, that'll work. So this one's next. And I'm squeezing the glue a little too hard. Not too much glue. So, and then I forgot about it for a lot of years. But I've been feeling a lot of negativity from other people. Not just about Mondays, but in general. I think a lot of people, with the politics and the news the way it is, and the whole post-COVID and how much food costs, and there's just a lot of negativity rolling around right now. And I'm not saying there's not reason for, there's definitely reason for unhappiness. I'm trying to carve out a little bit of happiness out of all of that. Happiness is where you find it. Yes, food costs too much. And things that aren't fair are kind of going on right now. I will totally agree on that. But you can find happiness almost anywhere if you're willing to change your perception a little bit. You got to take the good parts, make the most of them, even in shitty times. So let's do that. We're kind of covering up that one monk, but that's okay. His face was halfway cut off anyway. It's not that I have anything against that particular monk. Okay. There we go. And then we need a fun picture for down here. So let's see what we can find. Oh, isn't her face fun? I love that. I got to move this down a little bit and push the roll out some. No, you don't. Ooh, but not off the edge. Okay, so that she's fun. What do we got here? I don't necessarily want to cut part of her face off. But we could do just below her chin. But that leaves another little slip. I guess we could work her over, though. Then we've got that slip right at the top. I don't know what we'll put there. Maybe we can cut a little bit off the top of her head. Let me look through here and see if I can find something skinny, or maybe some words. Oh, that's cute, too. Superhero kids. Ooh, we have to get some Willie Nelson in today, maybe. Let's see. Oh, we've got a little Sharky. Sharky, Sharky, Sharky. Okay. I'm looking for something long and skinny. That's going to be hard for a people thing. Okay. So, yeah, so I'm trying to boost up, not be so negative about things. There's a little bitty picture. Okay, so let's see what else we can maybe. If there's more over here, it's not like we've got a shortage of pictures at the moment. Because I hadn't been doing the videos for a while. I've been being bad about it. I've got quite a bit right now to choose from. Let's see. Oh, we've got a Where's Waldo guy. We'll definitely want to use that. frog. Exhausted guy. Okay. Ooh, another shark. I love putting shark pictures. Creepy guy. Every neighborhood, or every, creepy's not bad. Gotta stick one in there. I'm gonna lose my creepy cred. Okay, nothing long and skinny yet. We may have to find some words or just a colored bit of paper, maybe, to put under there. Okay, not there. There's still some in here. Oh, that's too many. Can only hold so many at once. Okay. Oof. There's gotta be some weird little thing that we can find. So don't we look at there's an itty bitty picture of a penguin. Oh, I love her in her dress, but I think that would be okay. We have to cut off some of the skirt. Let's see. No joy on the long skinny front there. Okay. That's fun. Oh, that's kind of different. And that's definitely different. Fashion magazines, right? Okay, and then here's some little cutout pieces, some tiny little sharks that we might use to fill some gaps. And I love her. I don't know if we'll get to all this today, but they give us some choices, right? Okay. So let's just see about. So I think what we're going to do with the smiling girl, because she's not quite 6 inches tall, which is the height of this paper. I think we're just going to leave a little on the top there, and I'll come back and fill it in with maybe a big word. But let's go ahead and ink the edges of this. But I'll come back with I'll put a big word on it and I'll show it to you next time. Because I have boxes and boxes of giant words. At least 3 or 4. But we're going to push it in a little bit there because we wanted to use... Oh, shoot. I've moved it all around now. I had a picture I wanted right next to that lady with the yellow. Let me find it. Oh, boy. What did I do with the yellow lady? She just sandwiched in between something else. We may have to pick a different person. There she is. There's our yellow lady. Okay. So we want to put her right here. So I'm just going to do a little bit below her chin for trimming it off. And then we'll just work around it. Because I think she's fun. That hair, right? Fashion magazines have some silly, fun stuff in them. Different than what you see, in the out in the day. And she has that kind of I'm over it look on her face. Or maybe she's just challenging us to think outside the box. I started journaling again, my written journaling. I've been bad about it. I've been playing catch up with my Scraps of Joy, which I'm going to rename, I think, because I took to heart something somebody said, and it kind of threw me off track for a little bit. And it's not their fault; it's my perception. That I wasn't really using scraps. Yes, there are scraps in there, but I use focal images, and so I'm gonna change it to a page a day kind of thing. That way, no matter what we do, we're covered. But I am focusing on using up scraps as part of it, as foundations and added stuff, and But since I'm not strictly speaking using only scraps, I want to change the name of it, and so we'll call it. I'll think of something, but it's going to be along the lines of a page of art a day, inspirations type stuff. Trying to cultivate a regular daily practice, which I don't always get to, but I do really strive for it. So yeah, big word right there. I'm going to come up with a nice big word for right there. Okay, so now we don't want to put the creepy guy right next to the girl. And probably not a shark. What about the tired guy? Tired guy is good. So we just need to trim an itsy bitsy bit off that. An itsy bitsy teeny little bit. Hardly any at all. So, like I said, I hope it's been a good start to your week. I hope that you find a little joy in the day, even if it's something small. You had a great sandwich for lunch, or somebody complimented your hair, Oh, still a little too long. All right, I'm not going to attempt to scissors it. That's going to wind up in disaster. Disaster, I say. Okay, let's try this. It's probably going to be a little short, but these things happen. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be okay. All right, let's give him some edges. Let's go pink on him. I think it's from a medicine ad, but it's kind of fun. Maybe that's how you feel when you get out of bed on Monday morning. Because I slept so long yesterday that I really did sleep a lot of the day. I slept a lot of the afternoon and well into till about 4 a.m. But I am anemic, and I have some issues with energy levels. So sometimes that does happen where I just get too tired and I got to do a little catch up. And when I can sleep, I try to just go with it, because there are so many nights where I'm exhausted. I'm also an insomniac where I'm exhausted and I just can't get to sleep. And I know that many of you know the frustration of that. But I try to make the most of it, I've made some online friends that I sometimes can talk to late at night, because they live in different continents and different parts of the country. So sometimes when they're up, I'm still awake. And that's been nice. There's a couple of other night owls floating around out there too. Not in the crafty community though. Most crafters have a regular, as far as I can tell, people who do lives and stuff. Let's get some small ones now. We've got two kind of big ones in a row. So let's take a few of these and see what we can do with them. Okay, so I think I want to work up to put her in there, because then I'm going to kind of put the Where's Waldo guy over the stuff in the background. I won't cover up his head like that, But basically I want to put them together like that. So that'll be further down the line. After we break up, we don't want too many big images in a row, That's not cool. I think we're going to work our frog into here somewhere. So let's see, we've got a hand with some some seeds, I think. A lady with a book. Got a ballerina. Frog. I'm just roughing it in right now. You've got a nice lady right there. Oops. I threw one on the floor. I think we could put that there. Her right there. Let me pull this down a little bit more. Okay. Now I threw something on the floor. Oh, I've got an itty bitty tiny face here. Maybe. Oh, yeah, I did throw something right down here. Come on. Come back here. Now. And I think we'll put her right there. Yeah. So I think we're going to start with this one down here. So we'll just okay. Let's go blue. I just did pink. So yeah, paper journaling helps me get my thoughts out. And I actually am working on a dark page right now, so I'm using what is it? A Jelly Roll white pen, and I used quite a bit of it actually. I wrote on 2 different pages, but I need to get another Jelly Roll pen. But it looks nice on the dark paper. I'll have to show. Maybe I'll show it at the end of this if I think of it. Maybe I'll put the Jelly Roll pen over here to remind me that I want to show you. Hopefully it won't get covered up. These things happen. So I'm inking some of these the same, and then I'm going to go in with some green and ink some of the other ones. And then we're just going to glue them right down. I have to tell you, I'm not only, doing the basic collage stuff, but I really enjoy working with magazine images and stuff. It's one of my favorite things. There's so much fun and unusual stuff in magazines. I mean, we've started a neighborhood a-Tini with architectural stuff and people for the neighborhood, and we've done a whole food a-Tini. We did just one in general of unwanted things. Our first one was mostly leftovers from magazines that weren't going to get used and things like that. So you can find a lot of use for your magazine stuff if you're lucky enough to find them. Sometimes though, right now there's not really very many good magazines when we go in the thrift store. We went to those 7 stores and I found a magazine in one of the thrift stores that I wanted. It doesn't help that the prices have doubled and in some cases quadrupled at some of the savers because they're the only ones that carry magazines here. So I'm trying to be a little more selective, but at the same time, right now there's a dearth of our magazines that are so specialized that they have a lot of technical information in them instead of pictures. And that's not very fun for me I like pictures. Words are good too. And collage means so many things. It means something a little bit different to almost everybody that does it. If you like to do collages with no images, just stickers and paper and little bits and book pages and stuff like that, that is collage. What I'm doing isn't the only kind of collage there is. So there's really no way to do it wrong. If it makes you happy and you enjoy doing it, don't let anybody tell you you're doing it wrong. A lot of people say you're doing it wrong if what you're doing doesn't match their aesthetic or the way they were taught. And I don't think that's true. There's no one true path that speaks to everybody, and we all get there in a different way. And I hope that if some of you do it a different way, you're focused on a different type of collage, feel free to share it. I love all kinds of collage. I love to see what other people are doing. I think we decided this was going down here. Is that what? Now I've lost track of what I was doing. I don't know anymore. Okay. We're just going to glue stuff down and hope for the best. I don't think that's the right order. Let me look at this. It was the seed thing. The seed thing. That's what it was. Okay. See, I ate too many things and then I forgot what I was doing. I am a fairly absent-minded person, but I eventually get there. And sometimes I'm slow to get things done. But I sure enjoy the process. And if every day isn't your jam, you don't have that kind of time to set aside. You don't have to put aside an hour. You could work on a big piece 10, 15, 20 minutes a day. Even just 5 minutes. It doesn't have to be a big, long block of time if that's not your jam. For sure, don't box yourself into something you don't enjoy. Because that's no fun. So I think we're going to put that right there and angle it a little over like that. And then there was a picture. We were going to put her up here. Yep, that's how it was going to go. So let's do that next. Whoa. And I threw an image on the floor again. They stick to me. When it gets warm, the collages stick to me, to my skin, even though I'm not sweaty or anything. It's early morning here. Elle's live right now. I'm filming this before Monday, as you may have guessed from my comments earlier. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, yeah. So when it's warmer, all the papers stick to me and then I dump them on the floor. So I have to be careful about that. Okay. That's fun. Try not to leave it much glue, because it gets shiny. Shiny. And then we're going to put her next. And I think I'm going to try and trim just a smidge off the top of this because it's a little bit over the edge and it starts to cover those other people. So, yeah, there we go. I think that'll be okay. Let's see. All right, I think that's all we want to do there. I'll tell you what, the other day Mike made shrimps. We had got these packages of shrimp and salmon, not together, they were individual things, on super clearance, like for $1 and some change each. And I bought 2 and Elle's bought 3. I bought 1 salmon and 1 seafood, well, 1 shrimp. Elle's bought 2 salmons and a shrimp, and Sandy bought a shrimp. And Mike made it the other night. He barbecued everything. And Elle's got bacon wrap filet mignon because she can't do seafood. I think that was not the way it was going to be. I think this was going to go here. And then maybe the reading lady. You pull her down some and then fit the shark on there. We can cut a little bit off the bottom to make that work. Or what if we put the ballet girl right there and fit the shark? What are our other choices? We've got the frog. What are we doing with the frog? What if we work from the frog down? Ow. Let's scooch him over just a little bit. Frog. Shark. Okay, yeah, I think we'll do. Well, we'll start with the frog and go from there. I don't know if we want the frog and the shark together. But so it's still like, you know, between 9 and 11 in the morning. It's my room tends to be the hottest one in the house in the summer, and I don't have the fan on because I didn't think of it. Okay, so let's do that. No, we wanted that all the way up, didn't we? We're going to push it up. And that leaves a little bit of a mess down there, but we're going to fill it up with something, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm even just going to leave it sticky. And we'll fill it. I think we're going to go, not shark. What do we want to do? Maybe this lady? What if? No, she covers up too much of the hand. We need a smaller picture. Hold please, real quick. Oh, what about this guy? No, not a frog and a penguin. We need a people. We need a people. We need a small people, and I think there are some up here. Hold please. Do, 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 do. Not as many small people as I'd hoped in that pile up there. But I know there are some in here. Okay, no, not, but soon. That guy. Okay. Better. I'm finding lots of animals, not people's. Okay. Oh, I found a nice little lady. There we go. That's what we need right there. Okay. Let me just glue her up real quick. But that didn't sound right. Let me put some glue on the back of this picture. There we go. And we're going to put her right there. Clean up that glue. Okay. Now I think we can go with the ballet lady. I think that'll be okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's clean the glue off my little spot down here. So what have you guys been up to? Let me know in the comments. Do you enjoy the face a-Tini? I just figure it'll be a book, and what I think I'm going to do with these pages is because it's only images on one side, I think I'm going to put them. I'm going to bind them into a journal and use it as a writing journal, where so I'll have, I don't know how to explain it, but basically I'll have a picture next to a blank page, except in the middle where I'll probably have two, you know, one whole, where I can add words to it or something, you know. Okay, so not the shark yet. I need like a little tiny, not an animal. I need a people. Hold on, let me pull some more. There's a little bit more in here. Nothing ever works out the way you plan it to, right? I love her hair. Look at that. I wonder if we could work around her. Okay, hold the phone. I still need a tiny people picture for that one spot. But it does need to be tiny. Oh, that is a newborn baby. Why are you all way over there? I'm going to save her out for the neighborhood a-Tini. Like weird things your neighbors might do. Helen lost her shit the other day. Oh, here's a little tiny one. It's a blonde lady. Okay. And we got a brunette lady. And another blonde lady. Those people are having too much fun. Oh, there's somebody tiny on a bicycle. And I love, there's some tiny people. Okay. Tiny. Another lady. There's a man. Okay, I'm just pulling out some small ones while I've got some in a row here. I could just be a weirdo. I love this kind of stuff. I love it a lot. There's a lot of fun to be had in just the weird, fun things that the magazines show. Okay, so now we've got all these tiny pictures. Let's push them over here, kind of. Okay, now I think what I want to do, let's roll this down a bit. Let's move Waldo and all that other stuff. Okay, so I would really like to get all her hair on here. Oh, but she's covering up the, so we don't want to cover up totally the ballerina lady. But what if we push it a little bit like that, where we lean her forward? Okay, so I'm going to just glue her down. And then I'll trim the bottom part off. But I'm going to glue her down. And then we're going to fill like here and up here. Let me start. You know what? I'm actually just going to start by like gluing this middle portion to hold her in place while we work around her hair. That's a lot of glue, man. Let's smush that glue out. Allow it to go freely. Because we're probably going to want to tuck things under her hair rather than putting them over the top. Except here, I think it's okay to glue that down, but not just yet. So we need something to fill this gap right here. And I think that little bitty bicycle person will do the trick. So here, right down here, we're going to go ahead and glue the hair here. Not at the very top, because at the very top, I think we're definitely going to want to tuck something under there. Now, where's my glue stick? Like I just had it a second ago. Is my tea in the way? Where did it is? Oh, I see it. I see it. Sometimes I find green tea to be bitter. That's the green peppermint tea. I've showed it a bunch of times. This is my favorite green tea. It's a decaf tea because I'm trying to cut sugar and caffeine because I don't feel good. And some of it is what the food I'm eating. I'm struggling with my depression, which is often food related, but not entirely. Like there's other stuff going on. Okay. So there's that. Let's see. Do we like that? Let me push this up just a little bit. There we go. So now we've got that part. Let's get that right to the edge right there. And I've got glue stuck to me and I'm purple. And I should have inked the edges on her. Now that it's on both sides there, I'm just going to try and cut that with the scissors. Okay, that works. Nice. But we're going to want to tuck something in there. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this side down a little bit. Okay. Do we have actually all over here? Okay, there we go. We don't want to have lift on the neck later when we're trying to turn it into a book. Okay, so that's trash. I like how this has turned out. So yeah, this is my favorite one. So it is, oh, maybe this isn't my green tea. Yeah, green tea with white tea and mint. It's a nice, super light flavor. So you get the green tea benefits Although I do have to, I don't think there's as much like obviously green tea in this as there is. So decaffeinated green tea, decaffeinated white tea, spearmint, peppermint, natural mint flavor, and absorbic acid, which is usually used as a preservative. But there's no sugars in here. I added a half a teaspoon of honey, and there's 20% of my vitamin C for the day in here. But it is such a light. It's great in the summer. You can drink it hot. You can let it get room temperature. You can add some ice cubes to it. It's good all those ways, even though you're heat brewing it. It doesn't have to be a cold tea process. And I absolutely love it. So let's see. What do I want peeking out up here? So we just need something. Do we want to put something like that, like over her hair? Maybe we would just want some eyeballs, some eyes just peeking right there. So where do we want to do that at? What do we want to do for that? Let me find one of the sort of fashion modeling pictures and see if we can't get us some eyeballs. I have a whole bunch, but I just stuck them all in the serial killer journal, which is tucked away at the moment. But usually there's one big picture in here somewhere that we can get some eyeballs off of. That's different. That could be fun to include. Lips. Okay. I need something that's going to just tiny and let's look at some of these bigger pictures. Okay, maybe her eyes. Let's see what else we might have in here in the way of eyes. That would. Okay, I think it'll have to be her eyes. So let's put this stuff away over here. Out of the way. So now we're totally going the torn. Let's see. So we just want the eyes to show. Now we may even want to pull that back a bit. How much of the... I think we may only get one eye. We may only be able to get one. Eye in the... Where's the top of the... The top is right there. Okay, hold on. But we don't want that to go over the frog, obviously. So I think right there. So let's go ahead and glue that down and just see what happens. We're just going to go with it. We're not going to fuss about it. Okay. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead on this part and just glue her head down. Let's go ahead and smoosh that kind of all over, all the way to the edges. And where's that glue stick? We've got a little bit that's just not, I don't want to put a whole glob of glue there. And we are getting some wrinkles on her face, and those will settle some. Some of it's because we keep pulling it up, or I keep pulling it up. Okay, I'm okay that there's a little bit of brown showing there. I'm mostly interested in over here. Okay. But let's see maybe what we want to tuck under here, right there, or put over it. So that could definitely be a thing, something interesting and small to put over it. What if we kind of just tuck that in there like that? We'll tear the hair just a little bit right there. I think that'll work. Let's just tuck them right in there. And then we will cut this. So we're gonna I don't think it needed to go over that far. Okay. All right. So we're gonna have like that. Oh. Here we go. And then we need to glue this a little bit down right here. Okay. Just getting all the loose edges. And then we're going to fold this up and cut it off. And we need something else small for this part. Or maybe we just want to glue the shark right there. I think that could work right there with the shark. Okay. Sharky McShark. Let's do that. So yeah, so those are the kind of the thoughts on my mind. Definitely want to get back into my daily art practice more fully. I keep saying I'm bad at time management, but I think I just am trying to do too many things. So I'm working on blocking out time and getting a little bit ahead with my videos so that if I, have a day where else wants me to go somewhere, it doesn't put me off my schedule. That tends to do that right now. And I don't mean it in a bad way. Like she's not fucking with my schedule, trying to deliberately screw it up. It's just Els is sometimes more spontaneous than me. And I think that'll work right there for sure. And then what do we need at the top? Do you want to tuck that butterfly in there? No, because you won't be able to see it. About tucking that right in there. I think that would be okay. Okay, so let's do the lips first. And then So we're going to do the bottom here. Okay, real quick. I think there's good. Let's straighten that up a little bit. Okay, and then let's get the lady in her book reading thing. Started reading a book yesterday or the day before that we got on a scavenger run here locally. By the time you see this, it will have been last Monday. I guess on Tuesday we were supposed to go out to Goat Feathers, but Alice decided to take Sandy somewhere. And the two of them did some shopping together. So Tuesday I spent at home working on dyed paper. I had a new batch to get in. And that worked out great, honestly. Yeah. I love Els, but I have to be honest. Sometimes she has unrealistic. She expects me to be able to go and do whatever she wants on the drop of a dime. And I do love going out with her. She's very fun out. But she also expects me to fully be able to do all the other things, regardless of how many hours. Like, we were out of the house for a good chunk of time. We didn't get home until it was dark, and that was like 6 or 7. And I made a little flub there. I don't really like this pair of scissors. It can be difficult to use sometimes. Okay. There, we got all that down. Look at us. Okay. Now we can work more traditionally with the squared off images. I do like her in there, though. I do like the look of it. That's nice. It's nice to have some unusual shaped things. Okay, so we just had a big picture, and I think for a moment we should continue to work with some of these smaller pictures. So I'm going to put some of these bigger ones over here just for the moment. And I don't really want some animals right now. But I do like that kid right there. How fun is that? It's a pipe smoking kid. I think it was about a dress up party for Halloween as an article. That, for like a kid's murder. Well, maybe not murder. I think it was like a mystery. They didn't call it a murder thing. It was like a Sherlock Holmes kind of thing. But the light version for kiddos. Okay. Let's see. I do want to use her. So we're going to push this back a little more. Try and get some of these ones that we had out earlier that are already inked. Use those up. I haven't even looked at the clock. Oh my gosh. Let me finish gluing this and then I'll look at the clock. I only wanted to do about 45 minutes. Because I don't want the videos to be too long for you guys. But yeah, so sometimes she has unrealistic expectations for what other people can do. And so we're working around that. Oh, we've been on for an hour. Okay, let's wrap this up. I'm sorry. I made this longer than I intended, but I hope you enjoy it. Let's see. What do we want to do? Okay, with that, let's try and get do we want to put Jeff Goldblum in here? Sure, why not? But we need to above her head here. Let's get that trimmed off there. This is out of a People magazine, I think. We got some celebrity photos for a Face People Happy Teeny thing. Jeff Goldblum is an interesting actor. I haven't liked everything he's done, but in general, I like him as an actor. I've enjoyed the roles he's played. I covered up a little bit more of her head than I wanted to, but it is what it is. Okay. Okay, let's see about... Wait, where'd the scissors go? I have misplaced my scissors. Not there. Let me get a drink of this tea. It's almost gone. Where did I set my scissors down at? Believe me, I drank my tea. Oh, there it is. Just hiding. Now where's the picture? Okay. Let's cut a wee bit off the top there. And let's see how that's... Yeah, I think that'll be fine. Okay. I'm going to try and glue stick this one. Just because the wet glue is annoying me. And my fingers are all sticky. So, I think I just was not paying attention because we haven't done this for so long and I was just having fun doing it. Okay. And I think that's where we're going to leave it for tonight. Or this afternoon, or whatever time of the day you're watching it. But we will come back to this with all new fun pictures. That's garbage. That's garbage. That's going to be garbage. I'd like to get one of these Asian ladies in here. I think they're really fun. Love all the stuff in her hair. Okay. We're going to get this chameleon in at some point. This lizardy guy. Okay. So let's take a quick look at what we got done. Let me just put the lid on my glue. We got to get things cleaned up a little bit, right? We don't have a big mess on my desk. Let's put those up there. Okay, so I got a loose piece of stuff floating around. Okay, so there's where we're lining up. We've got the lady sitting in with all the flowers in her white dress. Our little pipe smoking kid. It's kind of hard to see, isn't it? And then we've got a pair of lips here and an eyeball here, and this lady and an Asian man and his daughter there. Their frog and all our people over here. And we've got our tired guy and our smiling girl, which needs a word. Oh, we've got a loose edge. Let's grab that glue stick and get that loose edge down. Okay. And then the pug was the last image on the other one. So now we'll go back the other way. And you can see the camera trying to autofocus as I go. All right, so when we come back to it, we'll start with this patch right here. Yeah? Yay! All right, thank you so much for coming and spending some time with me. I'm gonna put this right here. I appreciate you taking the time out. I hope that you enjoy this content over on Patreon. It'll be once a week on Mondays. That's when we're looking for it. Probably around, noon my time, between 11 and like 1 o'clock usually. So that'll be like 11, 12, 1, 2, and like between 2 and 4 in the afternoon for the West Coast. And in between there for everywhere else. I hope you enjoyed watching this and that you'll have some comments for me. Let me know how you're feeling about the videos and the neighborhood and the happy people face a-Tini. I think we're doing some fun stuff. I know animals aren't people, but I think they add a little bit of fun and whimsy to and that's definitely a happy frog. I don't know if that's a happy shark, but we're going to pretend. Maybe he just ate a surfer, Maybe that's his happy place. So however you guys are spending your days and nights, I hope it brings you great joy and happiness. Each and every one of you absolutely deserves it. Until I see you in one of my lives or in a box somewhere, I wish you guys the happiest of crafting. Bye, 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 bye with my purple fingers. Bright blessings and hugs and hisses to you all. And I'm going to push the button now. Push the button. Yay! Maybe I push the button. Oh, there it goes.